welcome to Wellington Field in Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador for 5 TV1's continuing coverage of the boys under 13 and under 14 Atlantic Soccer Championships. Final game of the day. It'll be in the under 14 category. We'll have Newfoundland and Labrador to take on Prince Edward Island. Prince Edward Island won their opening game yesterday 4-1 against Nova Scotia. Newfoundland and Labrador played to a scoreless draw against New Brunswick. Interesting game, that Prince Edward Island game yesterday. Nova Scotia led 1-0 at the end of the first half. Controlled most of the play through the first 10-15 minutes of the second half and looked to be headed to maybe increasing their lead, and certainly were in control of the game when suddenly Prince Edward Island struck for 4 goals late in the game. Again, I'm going to throw this one at you if you haven't been following our coverage yesterday and today because of the wind blowing left to right here in the field. Not as strong today as yesterday, but still a factor. Through 7 games, yesterday and today, we have had 18 goals scored in this tournament between the under 13 and the under 14s. The first goal of the tournament was scored down to our left. The next 17, all down to our right, scored by the team that's had the wind at their back. That's not a coincidence. All right, Newfoundland and Labrador, first touch. They are in the light blue with the white shorts. Prince Edward Island, the green, the black shorts. We are underway in this game. Daniel Courage, Newfoundland and Labrador. The ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the host side. And we are in Corner Brook. We're on the west coast of the island, Newfoundland. Beautiful part of the island. Seeing the backdrop, the mountains and the Corner Brook Harbor. Just a beautiful city and a beautiful backdrop for our championships this week. McPhee couldn't get a foot on it. It'll be a throw-in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Ben James to take the throw-in. But high in the air by Bartlett. Headed on by Zidane. And Taj Exley. Back to Clark. Clark weaving his way through the middle of the field, taken away. Tony Nguyen. What a second half he had yesterday for Prince Edward Island. Number 9 for PEI, player to keep an eye on. Ball goes out. It will stay with Newfoundland and Labrador. Again, Ben James will take the throw-in here near midfield. Headed by PEI, but the player climbing over the back of the Newfoundland and Labrador player, so free kick has been awarded. Colby Stephen to the front of the penalty area, headed straight up in the air. Still loose down there. Nobody can get a good handle on it. Finally he comes out, and Ethan McPhee. Pass up ahead, that's intercepted. James, Zidane, into the middle, Exley. In towards the goal, and coming out to get it, Nolan Barry, goalkeeper for Prince Edward Island. Luke Clark played in their game yesterday, the victory over Nova Scotia. Exley got a foot on that. Furlong back to Exley, over to Zidane. Pushing it through for Liam Hennessy. Back to Zidane. Good build up here by Newfoundland and Labrador. Cleared out by Itani. James keeps it in. Finally cleared out to midfield by Prince Edward Island. Ryan Leard Two number 6s over there, James Clark and Ryan Leard. Clark comes away with the ball. He's stopped. Possession maintained by Newfoundland and Labrador, but then taken away. Prince Edward Island. Exley has it for Newfoundland and Labrador. To Furlong, he's stopped at midfield. Zidane following up on it for Hennessy. Ball just out over the sideline. There'll be a throw in for Prince Edward Island. Akinsola off the side of his foot and over the fence on the far side. They'll get a new ball in play. It'll be a throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. So again, based on what we've seen through 7 games here at Wellington Field, it's almost imperative that you score while you've got the wind at your back, which would be the case for Newfoundland and Labrador here in the first half, because it is proving almost impossible to score going in the other direction. As we said off the top, 17 straight goals scored down to our right after the opening goal of the tournament was scored to the left, and that's been it. So again, it's try and score while you've got the wind at your back and then hang on after that. McGowan through the middle. On the left side, doesn't get through. Newfoundland and Labrador come back with it. Aitani broke that up. Clark over to Daniel Courage for Hennessy. Back to Courage. The ball goes out. It will stay with Newfoundland and Labrador. Courage with the throw in. Cleared away by Aitani. Zidane. Colby Stephen. Furlong back to Zidane. Tried to push it through the middle. James. And out of the reach of Furlong, be a throw in for Prince Edward Island. James with a good header, keeps it in play. James again, right into the back of Ethan McPhee. McPhee slow to get up. Zidane through the middle, just a little bit too far for Taj Exley. James now into Exley, cleared away by Akinsola. Clark. Courage. McGowan misfired. Akinsola again puts it out of play. Zidane behind Furlong. Muse played it ahead. Clark there first for Newfoundland and Labrador. Turns against Jackson It. Good ball down the left side. Hennessy trying to get there. Akinsola there first. Akinsola turns out at midfield. Ali Zidane. Exley couldn't break through. It'll be a foul against Newfoundland and Labrador. Free kick for Prince Edward Island. Akinsola to take it. Sedan too far for Hennessy. It'll be a throw-in for Prince Edward Island. Furlong. He'll go back to the keeper. That's Brett Russell in goal for Newfoundland and Labrador. Daniel Hanlon played in yesterday's game. Just a little bit too far for Jacob Bartlett. Barry has it. Barry off the side of his foot. He's a little disappointed in himself with that effort. Throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Exley. Ball goes out. Throw in Newfoundland and Labrador. He started the day. It was a little bit cloudy. Threatened rain for a while. We had some very dark clouds move in. But they passed by. We never did get any rain. And now it's bright sunshine here in Corner Brook for this final game of the day. Clark. Furlong. Tried to push it through. Ball goes high in the air. On it first. Brothers, Alex Brothers. Here on this side for Ben James. James working against Ethan McPhee. James can't get the cross in. James goes down. Foul by Prince Edward Island just at the corner of the penalty area, or just at the side of the penalty area. Some question of whether or not it happened inside the penalty area, which of course would have resulted in a penalty kick. You can see it's right there on the line. Liam Hennessy will take it. Opportunity here for Newfoundland and Labrador. Hennessy, low, right into the wall, comes right back to Hennessy. Again, it's blocked. Hennessy's got it again on the left leg. That didn't get through. But it will be a corner kick this time for Newfoundland and Labrador. Ball came back to Hennessy 3 times, and each time it was blocked by a Prince Edward Island defender. Hennessy will try it again. Again, low to the front of the penalty area, headed away, but on it quickly. Newfoundland and Labrador back to Hennessy. This time his cross is up higher, it's headed away. Akinsola got his head on it first, so it's going to be another corner for Newfoundland and Labrador. Twelve and a half minutes gone in the opening half. The wind has picked up considerably. This is the windiest it's been all day. Still doesn't quite compare to what we had yesterday morning and early afternoon, but quite breezy now. One of the reasons we're seeing all the play down to the right, that has been the trend all through the first 2 days. James with a chance. Nguyen block that. Another corner for Newfoundland and Labrador. When you have the wind at your back, you're expected to have this kind of possession, these types of opportunities, and own the field position, but you have to score. That crossing attempt, or that corner rather, goes behind the goal for a goal kick for Prince Edward Island. Akinsola will take the goal kick. Furlong on it first. Furlong lost it. Cleared down by Julian Jones, but his kick goes out over the sideline. Clark. Back to Stephen. He with the strong leg, good ball up ahead. Trying to run onto it is Alex Brothers. Getting back first is Aitani. Aitani's going to let this go out, and it will be a goal kick for Prince Edward Island. Aitani to take this. Ball moved on him. It started to blow a little bit just as he went to kick it and kind of shanked it a little bit. Now Newfoundland and Labrador on it. Aitani trying to get back and defend. Comes to the top of the penalty area. Courage. Weak try for goal, but it comes right to Brothers and his left foot over the top of the goal. Another example of how the wind can affect the game. Aitani was going to take the goal kick, and just as he went to step into it, the ball rolled just a few inches. Was enough for the ball to come off the side of his foot and came right to a Newfoundland and Labrador forward. Akinsola will take this one. Again, almost gave it away. Newfoundland and Labrador do get possession, but McGowan takes it away. Up to Leard, Ryan Leard. Ian Zidane. Zidane comes away with the ball. Zidane stopped by Akinsola. To the far sideline it goes. The ball goes out and over the fence. Throw in Newfoundland and Labrador. Exley. Up ahead, Exley trying to get through. He's stopped. Furlong following up on it. Furlong turns, good play by Nagoon to stop him. Jones for Prince Edward Island. Will be a throw-in for PEI. Actually, the foul call, so it will be a free kick. Akinsola to take it. Taj Exley got to it first for Newfoundland and Labrador. Up ahead for Bartlett. Akinsola flicks it in the air. Aitani trying to get to it. Handball. Free kick. Colby Stephen. Stephen. Low into the penalty area. Akinsola got to it first. Brothers is on it. Back to Stephen. Back, Ben James. Actually, that was Clark looking for Ben James on the right side, out of his reach. We've lost the score clock here, Wellington Field. Scoreboard across the way is gone lights out on us. The referee's got the time on his watch, but we don't have it. It's back, just as I mentioned it. Bartlett. Furlong with a nifty little move. Over to Brothers, looking for Bartlett. Itani got to it. It'll be a throw-in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Furlong. That was intercepted by Muse. Ball high in the air. Clark waiting for it to settle. Well, Clark has it. That's put into touch on the far side. It'll be another throw-in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Be sure to join TV1 Scott Squires and CTV Cyril Lunny on the Sideline Scoop each Monday at 8:40 a.m. Atlantic, 9:10 a.m. Newfoundland time. Get up to date on Bell and Line 5 TV1's local sports coverage with Scott and Cyril. That's the Sideline Scoop, Mondays, only on CTV Morning Live Atlantic. And we're likely to have some highlights from this boys' Atlantic Championship on the Sideline Scoop. It's coming Monday morning. Boys under 13 and 14 being played here in Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador. The girls under 13 and 14 being played in Charlottetown in Prince Edward Island. Akinsola will take the free kick for Prince Edward Island. Taj Exley for Newfoundland and Labrador. Ben James. James towards goal. That one off the defender, and the goalkeeper couldn't keep it in, so it'll be it's going to be a corner kick. Wondering what was happening there for a moment. I think they're just having a hydration break, where it has gotten quite warm here in Corner Brook this afternoon. The sun is out. Referee is going to take a break, send the players to their benches, and as they take a break, we'll take a break and be right back.
Is that 5 TV?
Oh, you know it, man.
With ultra-stunning 4K picture quality.
I love using Restart.
I use that all the time.
We love having Crave TV and Netflix right on it.
And having all my TVs set up wirelessly, it's amazing.
Can you imagine some people still don't have 5 TV?
I don't have it. Because I was living abroad.
With so many reasons to love 5 TV, it's time to make the switch to the best TV service.
All right, the players are well hydrated now. They've had their little break. It'll be a corner kick for Newfoundland and Labrador to come back. 22 minutes gone in the opening half. Now there will be added time. All the play has been down to our right, but again, don't let that fool you. That's been the way it's been whenever we've had the wind come up. Excuse me, the wind come up like it has. It's a question of, can you score with the wind? Can you defend when you don't have it? You will get your opportunities. You will have possession and control the field. But can you score? So far, PEI holding Newfoundland and Labrador off the scoreboard, despite Newfoundland and Labrador having all the time of possession. Tani up through the middle. PEI did this yesterday. They trailed Nova Scotia 1-0 at the end of the first half, but when they got the wind, they scored 4. So a little different dynamic to the games here. Exley in the middle. Hennessy in front. Brothers just couldn't quite reach it. Alex Brothers sliding out, trying to get the right foot on the ball. might be their best chance so far here in the first half. Itani, tough to get that kick out very deep into the wind. Zidane got it to Furlong. Furlong, beautiful pass back to Zidane. Zidane stops Furlong. Courage. Down to Hennessy, but it's going to be a foul against Prince Edward Island. Free kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. As Courage was knocked down. We'll get Colby Stephen to come over and take this. Last time Stephen had a free kick from just outside the penalty area, he put it in low. Didn't try and get it right on goal. Let's see what he does this time. He takes all of these for Newfoundland and Labrador. Here's Stephen. His kick towards goal, and it drifts high over the top of the goal. Substitution for Newfoundland and Labrador. Jacob Bartlett going out, number 17. Ball up high, the wind knocked it down. Ben James. Foul against James, free kick. Newfoundland and Labrador. Or sorry, free kick. Prince Edward Island. Player just came into the game for Newfoundland and Labrador, Patrick Hurley, number 9. Flicked ahead, Hurley trying to get to it. Itani defending, the ball goes towards the goal line. Barry came out to play it, went off just the top of his shin, straight up and out. It'll be another corner for Newfoundland and Labrador. Ali Zidane to take this one. Zidane. High kick into the penalty area, bounces around. Foul called. Barry hit it anyway. It's a goal kick. Akinsola to take it. Headed down by Zidane. Exley couldn't get to it. Prince Edward Island away, flicked ahead, raced forward, coming out and getting there first was Russell. Referee's assistance flag gone up to indicate offside on that. Furlong. Zidane. Back to Furlong. To Leard. Clark. Over to Stephen. To Furlong. Furlong still with the ball. Zidane. Tried to get it to Hurley. That's taken away. Nguyen has it. Back there is Stephen. Jones for PEI has it taken away. Hurley protected it, then turned, brought it up the field, tried to move it ahead for Exley. Again, over the fence and out. Had a number of delays for this as the ball has gone all the way out over that far fence, and they've had to get another ball in play. We've had the hydration break. So the time showing 29 minutes, but I suspect we will have a few minutes added on when the clock hits 35. Akinsola getting ready to take the kick, and the ball blew away from him. He'll try it again. Ball moving ever so slightly. Pushing the back, it'll be another free kick for Prince Edward Island. Akinsola's high kick. Jones for PEI. Jones. Corner kick's been given to Prince Edward Island. No, a foul was called down low, so it'll be a free kick. Player for Prince Edward Island had to race off. I think he scraped his arm when he went down. Here's the corner. Good one. Headed away. Zidane got there first. Kept in by Murphy. Now it's cleared out again. Hurley trying to run under it. Patrick Hurley. Matani marking him. Throw in Newfoundland and Labrador. Courage will take the throw in. To Hurley. Back to Courage. To the middle. Furlong up ahead. Try to get it to Exley. Just beyond his reach. That ball will go out. It'll be a throw in for Prince Edward Island. PEI player wanted to come back in. The referee's assistant checked him out and said apparently there must be some blood showing. He's gone back to the bench to get taped up a little more. It was his arm as he fell down along the goal line. Jones. It's around Clark. Jones towards the goal. It is deflected wide of the goal. PEI with their best chance of the game, but it is put wide. Ryan Leard the opportunity. Back to Russell. Clark. Courage, back to Clark. Trying to get it to Furlong, stolen by Naguin. Jones. Clark takes it back for Newfoundland and Labrador. Julian Jones. Jones with a good move. Just had the ball get away from him a little bit. Newfoundland and Labrador regain possession. Off Naguin. It's still in play. Now it goes out. Exley. High ball. Hurley trying to get to it. Coming out was Barry, and the ball again straight up in the air and goes out. Throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Courage. Looking for somebody who might be open. Looking for Exley. Ball's put out again. Again, it goes over the fence. We'll run out of soccer balls shortly. Cleared out by Prince Edward Island. Leard lost it midfield. Stephen. We're past the 35-minute mark now on the clock, so it's the referee's hands. Free kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Stephen will take it quickly into the penalty area, headed on and out. This should go for a corner kick. It does. Ali Zidane will take it. High in the air towards the front of the goal. It bounces around. It's loose. And it's a goal. Newfoundland and Labrador score in added time. Here in the first half, off the corner. It's a good ball by Zidane as he brought it in high. And here you see it. Zidane with the corner. High ball up into that wind. Comes down into a group of players there in front of the goalkeeper, Barry. Really tough to tell who put it home, but it's Newfoundland and Labrador leading it 1-0. Very late in this first half. I mentioned it was imperative to score when you've got the wind because it's almost impossible to score against it. So a huge goal for Newfoundland and Labrador. They get one. Here's the referee's whistle. A couple of chances late. And they take advantage of that corner kick in added time and lead it 1-0. We'll take a 10-minute break and we'll be back with the second half of this game between Newfoundland and Labrador and Prince Edward Island. You're watching the Under-14 Boys Atlantic Soccer Championships from Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador, exclusive here on 5 TV1.
There's nothing faster than light. Fiber optic uses light to deliver the internet. It's the fastest internet technology. So you can share, learn, stream, or do whatever you want at the speed of light. And only Bell brings fiber optic internet right to your home.
wanders off the beaten path. And then there's this place. Newfoundland and Labrador.
Hey, Mom, is it okay if Sarah comes over for dinner tonight?
Yeah, as long as it's okay with her mom.
Can she?
Yeah, of course.
Yes!
At Ronald McDonald House, we give families a home away from home, close to their sick children.
I was approached to see if I wanted to be part of the Dreamcatchers, to work with Nick and Wajo and Robert, and we would go across the country to all 10 provinces and 3 territories, and we would work with young people, generally around the ages of 11 to 13, to talk to them about their dreams, not just for themselves, but for the future of Canada. But we just had our second workshop, and so far it's been mind-blowing with what these kids are bringing to us. It's just been amazing. The kids are so generous with their ideas and their thoughts and their dreams.
A lot of kids my age and other ages, doesn't matter if they're younger or older, they're all like insecure about like who they are, and they always feel like they're lower and that on like a population scale, but really no one really cares. Just be yourself, and by coming here you learn a lot of who you really are and how you should act.
We talk a lot in the workshop about self-confidence and knowing that you have something within you that you should share, whether it is, you know, a gift at math, or you're really good at science, or you're a great runner, whatever that gift is, not being afraid to show it. Because I think kind of live in a celebrity-obsessed culture, and I think a lot of kids, if all they're getting in more remote communities, if they're getting these like, you know, YouTube feeds of celebrity culture, sometimes maybe just, you know, enjoying hiking doesn't feel like it's a really big, important gift. Or maybe someone, you know, writing music or composing music, maybe that doesn't feel like that's amazing. And it is. So I feel like in these workshops we're holding a light up to these kids and saying, I see who you are. Tell us more.
Worked as a war correspondent. I've seen hell. I've been through it. I don't want nobody to go through that. So I make it a point and help them make the right decision. And then again, believe in your dreams. Do what you want, not what you're stuck with, not what people slated you for doing.
What's really important too is we're bringing people from each community. So we're bringing artists from each community with us to say, look, this person grew up in this province, and they look like you, and they sound like you, and they're living their dream. They've gone and they've, you know, gone after this creative dream, and they're living it.
It's really good for people to interact with other people that they don't know, and it's a good way to learn things that you've never really known before.
What was your favorite part of it today? What's your favorite activity? What's your favorite thing that you saw? What's your favorite thing that you did?
That I made new friends.
I think we're trying to show them that you might not be able to change the world today, but they can change their world. And I think that's a really big step. And I think that the arts are such a huge, huge, huge part of that change. And they have never been more important. And that's why this project is so incredible.
A message from the Government of Canada.
What if he doesn't like me back?
Like his friend.
Good idea. Can you forge my mom's signature?
I can, but will I? No.
Second half about to get started here in Corner Brook. Newfoundland and Labrador scored late in the first half with a goal in added time. They lead it 1-0. They got a corner kick in the added time and took advantage of it. So now we turn around. Prince Edward Island will have the wind at their back. Let's see what they can do. We saw what they did yesterday. They were in this exact same position, trailing 1-0 heading into the second half. And when they had an opportunity to take advantage of the wind, they did so with 4 goals against Nova Scotia. So as I say, it was imperative for Newfoundland and Labrador to score in that first half, as they had the wind advantage. And again, the clock hasn't started. Happened again, or happened earlier today as well. Referee has the official time. Tony Nagoon up ahead. Zidane. Back to Stephen. And they turn it over. Jones with a try over the top of the goal. It'll be a goal kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Zidane comes back. Murphy. Clark in trouble handling it. It comes back to the keeper, Barry. Actually, Luke Clark is in goal now for Newfoundland and Labrador as they use both their goalkeepers. Actually, let's check that. It's Brett Russell. I had the wrong team momentarily. Brett Russell still in goal for Newfoundland and Labrador, number 1. Ball at midfield. Ali Zidane, Ryan Kenny, back to Zidane. Zidane with a nifty little move to move it long, and then a great pass up ahead for Alexandra Nunes. Akinsola, little stop and turn, moved it up, and they give it away. Windsor into the middle. Played back. Clark, or Stephen rather. Race forward on the far side. It goes out. It'll belong to Prince Edward Island. Ball won by Newfoundland and Labrador. James Windsor. He's surrounded and maintained possession. Brandon Toop ahead looking for Hurley. Ball goes out. There's going to be a corner kick, Newfoundland and Labrador, so they're starting well here in this second half. Alexandra Nunes will take the corner kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Into the penalty area, headed away. Brothers plays it back. Clark sends it well wide of the goal. did go off of a Prince Edward Island player, however, so it's a corner kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Again, it's Nunes into the penalty area. Ball is loose, headed away. Throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Windsor, first touch, a little bit too hard. And goes out, it'll be a throw in for Prince Edward Island. Murphy. Nguyen. Muse back to Nguyen. Muse. Patrick Muse. Stolen away. Hurley. Nunes. Ball up through. Itani missed it, but Akinsola has it for Prince Edward Island. Windsor. Against Ethan McPhee, it'll be a throw-in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Hurley, but the ball has gone out. Throw in Prince Edward Island. Up through, tried to get it to Leard. Cleared away by James. Hurley getting to it. Akinsola over there defending. Belongs to Prince Edward Island. Wind picks up a little bit more here at Wellington Field. Nguyen couldn't move it. Windsor. And Nguyen. Windsor's got it again. That was knocked down. Nunes. Back to Zidane. Kenny. Useful ball towards the far post, headed away by Itani. James is on it. Jones out at midfield. Clark. Nunes. He has it taken away, but it comes right back to Clark. Clark. Nunes in along the sideline and out. Throw in for Prince Edward Island. So far, Prince Edward Island not able to take advantage of the wind here in the second half. So pushing it back by Zidane. Be a free kick. Akinsola will take this free kick. He'll drive it deep down the field. Windsor got first touch on it. Stephen got it up to midfield. Jones. Over to Gormley. Now PEI a chance to go to work, but a bad pass taken by Zidane. Through, looking for Hurley. Akinsola got there, went off Hurley, and then down to the keeper, Nolan Barry. Windsor. Looked away by Muse. Muse trying to follow up on it. Windsor has it. Zidane. Nunes making a run on the left side. The ball comes to him into the middle, looking for Hurley. Itani came back. Newfoundland complaining that it went off the foot of the PEI defender, back to the keeper, and then picked it up. Another foul. That's a couple now from Zidane, and this one will get the yellow card. He picked up the foul a moment ago for the push in the back. And then now on this one gets the yellow card to go with it. So the free kick for Prince Edward Island is they need to move the ball forward. They've been defending for most of this second half. Ball goes to the sideline and out. Throw-in will go to Newfoundland and Labrador. Windsor and Nagoon. Foul at midfield. Clark will pick up the yellow card. All the cheering to the right and the chanting, that's the under 13 Prince Edward Island boys team. Here cheering on the under 14 team. Substitutions going off for Prince Edward Island, Ryan Laird. And replacing him is number 14, Sam Murphy. Akinsola to take the free kick. Hurley still complaining about that call. The referee says that's enough. Here's Akinsola towards goal. Long kick. One bounce and they'll watch it go out. Goal kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Brett Russell kicking into the wind. It was low and knocked down. Muse trying to get to it. Comes back to Russell. He's got it up ahead for Windsor. Windsor misfired on that. Zidane trying to get to it. No win. Nagoon, the great play. They push it forward, looking for Jackson Idd. The ball goes out. It'll be another goal kick. You can see the difference. The goal kicks coming from the other side are easily getting to midfield. Goal kicks from down here on the right, lucky to make it halfway. See what Russell can do with this. First, you got to get the ball to stay still. It's a task in and of itself. Doesn't even try the long kick, just passes it off. Up the sideline, and they'll move it. Trying to get there is Hurley. Ball went out. Referee again talking to Patrick Hurley. He's got a yellow card already, and there's another one. That's his second yellow card. Akinsola. James with the first touch. And headed down, but the ball goes out. We'll stay with Newfoundland and Labrador. No, I thought it would go to PEI originally, and then the official indicated Newfoundland and Labrador, but they've corrected it. Got the throw in going the right way. Stephen turns, puts it out. Very halting flow. I guess no flow, in other words, to the second half. That ball goes into the keeper, Russell, who has it. Good kick out at midfield. Akinsola to the near side. Jackson it had it taken away. Nunes. Hurley left it for Kenny. Zidane steps between one defender, and then a foul there by it. Will be a free kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Stephen will take the free kick. Colby Stephen. Into the wind. Drives it high towards the goal and just over the top of the goal. Great kick by Colby Stephen. We've talked before about what a strong leg this player has. They're going to take a hydration break. Stephen sent one over the top of the goal and into the wind. That was a tremendous kick. So as the players take a break,
Is that 5 TV?
Oh, you know it, man.
With ultra stunning 4K picture quality.
I love using Restart.
I use that all the time.
We love having Crave TV and Netflix right on it.
And having all my TVs set up wirelessly, it's amazing.
Can you imagine some people still don't have 5 TVs?
I don't have it. Because I was living abroad.
With so many reasons to love 5 TV, it's time to make the switch to the best TV service.
we're back live again here in Corner Brook. The players are taking a short hydration break. It's very warm, very sunny here in Corner Brook this afternoon. Temperature up in the mid-20s and a fair bit of humidity. I'm not quite sure what the humidex is. I know yesterday it got up in the high 20s, close to 30 degrees. Quite warm for the players. So far, the second half hasn't produced a whole lot of anything, and maybe that's the way Newfoundland and Labrador would like to keep it. Prince Edward Island really haven't been able to take advantage yet of having the wind to their back, and usually that has been a big advantage. And I'll mention it again, 18 goals, well 19 now scored in this tournament. 18 of them have been scored down to our right. That's 18 in a row, in fact, because the opening goal was scored to the left. So everything else happening down to our right. Again, Newfoundland and Labrador trying to turn that around. They've had some good chances here in the second half, but unable to score. In the meantime, PEI really needs to get the ball down in Newfoundland and Labrador's end of the field and take advantage of the wind and create some scoring opportunities of their own. The only goal of the game coming in added time in the first half off a corner kick by Newfoundland and Labrador. Throw in for Prince Edward Island. Nagoon had a strong second half yesterday. So far, not really a factor in this one, but still lots of time. Clock showing 55 minutes, but there will be added time. A number of stoppages, including the hydration break, so quite a bit more time left than what the main clock here would indicate. They'll go back. Russell. Stephen. James taken away by Jones of PEI. Jones, Julian Jones getting in to Muse. Couldn't find it. Put towards goal. Russell will get it. And a little haphazard, a little sloppy down in the Newfoundland end, but they'll move it out. Akinsola broke that up. Ahead to Jackson it. Jones blocked that from Stephen. Now PEI set up. Nagoon missed it. Atani. He had it taken away. Hurley tried to move it ahead. Akinsola stepped up. The Newfoundland and Labrador maintained possession. Brandon Toot, number 12. Now Itani, good defending. Things open up a little bit here now. Between the feet of the defender, racing onto it, Julian Jones. And that is put into touch on the far side of the field. We'll need to get another soccer ball in play again. That goes out. It'll be a goal kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Substitutions. A couple coming in for PEI. Going out number 13 and 17. That's Devin Gormley and Jackson It. Coming in, Isaac Bork, number 19. And the other player, I believe, is number 10, Nathan Bruce. Number 20, Juan Cardona. It is number 20, Cardona, but this is Nagoon trying to make something happen. Up the middle, Itani there first for Prince Edward Island. Ball bouncing around, players crashing together. Play on, says the referee. Itani tried to get it through the middle. Bork. Akinsola, who's moved up. Now pressure from Prince Edward Island. Off of Andrew Power, who's in the game for Newfoundland and Labrador. Now it will be a corner kick now for Prince Edward Island. Jones goes over to take it. Just to confirm, it is Juan Cardona, number 20, the other substitute for Prince Edward Island. But here's Julian Jones with the corner. To the front of the goal. Akinsola is there. Akinsola gets his right foot on it and puts it over the top of the goal. Prince Edward Island with their best scoring opportunity here in the second half. Colby Stephen will take this goal kick up into the wind, and it hits a wall of wind, comes down, headed away. James keeps it in play. James heads it on to himself, keeps going, and a great sliding tackle by Tony Nguyen. Windsor. Sedan stepped up. Ball goes high in the air out at midfield. Akinsola. One head, two. Tries to follow up on it. A third one, and Stephen clears it away. Cardona missed it. Aitani able to keep it in play. No, he didn't. It went out. Throw in Newfoundland and Labrador. Substitution for Newfoundland and Labrador. Patrick Hurley will go out. Himself a couple of yellow cards in this game. And into the game, replacing Hurley, is Taj Exley. Nunes is stopped. Following up on it is Windsor, Micah Windsor. Chipping it up ahead for Exley. Ball bouncing around. Aitani trying to head it away. Exley's got a foot in there. A little sloppy. Exley knocks it free, but Nunes couldn't catch up to it. Actually almost made something out of nothing there. Aitani will take the goal kick for Prince Edward Island. Windsor, first touch. Ben James couldn't get to it. Cardona toward the sideline. Ball stays in. Jones on it. Julian Jones, ball up ahead. That came loose, and just getting there in time was Clark. Russell could have picked that up. It came off the foot of the PEI player. Elected to try and kick it, missed it, and almost a disaster for Newfoundland and Labrador, and almost a gift for Prince Edward Island. Nunes up the left sideline, can't keep it in. Be a throw in. Sam Murphy for Prince Edward Island. Nguyen up ahead, played in by Zidane. Nguyen up ahead. They've moved Akinsola up front now. And it will be a free kick for Prince Edward Island. This is where they scored their goals yesterday. A couple goals from these free kicks from maybe a little bit closer than this, but not a whole lot. And it was Tony Nguyen who got things going. Akinsola will head to the front of the goal. Low ball Thought he might go up higher with Akinsola in there and his height. Cleared away by Newfoundland and Labrador. Ball goes out. Belonged to Newfoundland and Labrador. Yet another free kick given to Prince Edward Island. This one a little bit closer. McGowan will take this as well. Four-man wall set up by Newfoundland and Labrador. McGowan this time goes up high towards the goal. Nobody there in front. Just a clear lane for Russell to see that and handle it cleanly. Taj Exley, offside flag. Itani will drive it down the field. First touch, Windsor, he's got it. Michael Windsor sends it on deep. Exley trying to run onto it. Exley coming towards it, but getting there first is Nolan Barry, the keeper for Prince Edward Island. He'll put it high at midfield again. It's Windsor chesting it down. Flicked down by Prince Edward Island. Akinsola is there, but Clark to Stephen. Free kick this time, Newfoundland and Labrador. Substitution. Ben James will go out. For Newfoundland and Labrador, Nathan Bruce going out for Prince Edward Island. Watch Inside AUS for a look at what makes Atlantic University sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside AUS is available to 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on channels 1 and 401 and at bellalliant.ca/TV1. 5 TV1 powered by Bell Alliant. Newfoundland and Labrador continue to lead 1-0 on a goal they scored off a corner kick in added time in the first half. Exley, that's cleared away. Jones. Windsor got there first. Windsor across. Noons with a chance. Noons shot. That just trickles wide of the goal post. Goals are not meant to be scored down to the left, folks. You may never get a better chance, and that missed by inches. Now they've ruled that Barry got a piece of that ball as it went by, so they're awarding the corner kick to Newfoundland and Labrador. Didn't look like it from here. Barry was arguing that he didn't touch it. The corner for Newfoundland and Labrador. Windsor. Off a defender. Noons. Cleared. Windsor has it again. And taken by PEI. PEI. And a foul against Sedan. He was holding up Julian Jones. So another free kick, Prince Edward Island. The clock showing just a minute left in regulation, but likely to be quite a bit of time added. Would not be surprised if it was 5 or 6 minutes with all the stoppages we've had here in the second half. But again, speculation on my part. McGowan drives this one deep towards goal. One bounce up over the top, and Russell is there. So close. Tough when the ball's bouncing like that and the wind is pushing it. Exley, they're onside. As PEI had everybody up. No, now the flag goes up. A very late flag over on the right side. PEI had everybody up on that free kick, and it looked like a free breakout for Newfoundland and Labrador. I checked first, the flag didn't go up immediately. Ball goes out, throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. All right, the main clock now showing 70 minutes. So we're now in the hands of the referee. McGowan. Windsor's got it. Windsor chips it on. Itani back to get it. McGowan up high. Jones able to control it. Great work there by Julian Jones. Up ahead. Here's Akinsola. Akinsola coming in and diving out is Russell. Good long kick by Russell. Itani. And there's a pull. The back of the jersey by Exley. Let's see that from here. So he grabbed the jersey of Itani. Substitution. Newfoundland and Labrador getting in a substitution here. I think the referee is discussing it. Yep. Exley will go out. Play on, says the referee. McGowan. Again, Windsor. He's done a great job in that midfield area, getting first touch on a lot of those balls. Not allowing Prince Edward Island to get possession. Now it's Jones. Head it down. Windsor moved it ahead. McGowan, another good tackle. Well, referee didn't think so. All the foul on McGowan. Will be a free kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Colby Stephen, of course, will take this for Newfoundland and Labrador. Stephen towards goal. Still loose there. Still not cleared away. Comes into the keeper. Nolan Barry, they've got to move it up the field quickly. They're in added time. His kick goes high, but not deep. The referee's whistle goes. Newfoundland and Labrador hang on to defeat Prince Edward Island by a score of 1-0 on a goal that came in added time off a corner at the end of the first half. No scoring in the second. So Prince Edward Island now even their record at 1 win, 1 loss. Newfoundland and Labrador win and a tie. That'll do it for us today. We are back tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. 4 more games on the schedule for us tomorrow. We'll quickly get you up to date on who'll be playing those games tomorrow morning. We're going to start off 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, an under 13 game. Newfoundland and Labrador will play Nova Scotia. That'll be followed by New Brunswick versus PEI at 10. Then at noon, we go to the under 14s. Again, it'll be Newfoundland and Labrador versus Nova Scotia. And final game tomorrow, final game of the round robin, under 14, New Brunswick versus Prince Edward Island. All right, we're going to finish up our coverage here from Wellington Field in Corner Brook for the day. For our cameraman, Mark Chaffin, producer Tristram Clark, my name is George Scott. You're watching the 2017 Under 13 and Under 14 Boys Atlantic Soccer Championships from Wellington Field in Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador, exclusively on 5 TV1. Have a great night, everyone. See you again tomorrow morning.